Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Bead and Chat. I am your hostess with the mostest. I'm Shy Rosalind. I am the owner, Chief Operating Officer, Chief Cook and Power Washer of PonsedgeDesigns.net. The website address is right below my name. So, welcome to Bead and Chat. I am a beater, daughter, caregiver, friend, all that good stuff. And I am also the host of the Eclectic Experience. And if you haven't already, please check out my latest YouTube street guide. I introduce some new folks that are moving on into the YouTube neighborhood. So if you can check it out and visit the folks that I mentioned in the show, that would be greatly appreciated. Likes are always free. Subscribers are always appreciated. Comments are always welcome, whether you're live with me or if you are watching on the replay. So, last week I was struggle beading. I was doing some loom work, which I haven't done. I haven't loomed in a while, and I was struggling, y'all, as you all saw last week. But I sat down today and made some adjustments, and ta-da! I actually got it started. Um, so I had to change a few things. I had to change the warp threads. It was just too many and they were too close together, so I had to make some extra space, which I did. I wish I could move this so you guys can see, but I'll take a picture at the end and I'll post a short or something. But so I had to change the warp threads a little bit, make them a little tiny bit wider and fewer threads. I had too many threads out there last time. And the white beads that I was trying to use for contrast are too small. I cannot use them. They're a different size than the ones I have here. So I'm going to stick with these for now. Maybe if I can find some white in the size that I need, I'll put a few in, but for now we're just going to stick with the basic stuff. Let me see if I can move this in just a little. Okay, so it is still a little awkward because I have the beads in this cute little tray. There you go, so you can see what I'm working with. It is a little awkward to pick up the beads with the needle, so it takes a little bit of practice. I am right-handed, so I usually go right to left, but I do occasionally have to switch from left to right just to keep the beads in the proper direction. And I am using Fireline, by the way. I'm using white Fireline. Oops. This is the white. No, this is the white. I am using white Fireline 6-pound test. As I mentioned last week, I usually use regular beading thread, but I could not find the color that I wanted. So I'm going to adjust this. I'm going to try and move this up a little bit. Okay, there we go. So, Her Majesty, aka my mother, is fast asleep. As you all know, she is battling dementia, and dementia is the devil. So she's been sleeping because she's been up all night. You'll have to excuse my hand, y'all, because this is awkward. Let me see if I can do it this side. It's tricky because like I said, I'm right-handed. So I have to pick up the beads with my left hand and a very long needle, by the way. I'm using a size 10 beading needle. They're very long, but they're good for loom work because you can put a lot of beads on them. And it's just that I can't get... Let me try it this way. Let's see. Yes, there we go. I lifted the tray just a little bit to give me a little bit of a slant. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's a little bit of a slant so the beads can slide onto the needle. So I'm basically 2 of the blue and 2 of the brown mix, and I'll just go back and forth until I reach 10 beads, and then I will show you how it's strung. So I hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend. It's been a very rough weekend, but we take things one day at a time at my house. And it's very, very cold up here in New York. We got hit with a little Arctic blast. I guess Mother Nature had to remind us that it is still winter. And man, did she remind us. It was so cold. I usually do my laundry on either Friday or Saturdays, but 4, 6, 8. Come on. But it was too cold. I was not going outside today if I could help it. I did run to pick up my newspaper out the yard, and man, it was not fun. So I have 10 beads here. And what I'm going to do, now I have to lift the camera up because I need to get my hands under there. Oh, darn it. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Sorry, y'all. Okay. It's a little distant, but I'll take a picture of it later. I have 10 beads on this needle. And again, it's a size 10 beading needle. Size 10 needles are very long. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to slide it. Ugh, I should have used a shorter fire line, but it is what it is. I'm going to put it underneath. Line them up. Now, usually I either use a ruler or I have a piece of wood that I use for lining the beads up. And as a matter of fact, I do not need this last bead. I'm going to take it off the needle, line them up so, and I just roll them so that they're right up against the previous line. Pull the fire line out, and of course, it's wrapped around my thumb. Hold on. Oh boy, no, I will not. I will not struggle bead tonight. Okay, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling. I'm going to use my other finger real quick just so I can get my hand out of there. Yeah, I normally don't use my finger because I just don't want to get stuck with the needle. But sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And then what I'm going to do, the thread, and I know it's hard to see, the thread is actually underneath this last warp thread. So what I'm going to do is bring the needle at the top of the beads. That way, come on. That way they fasten. It'll fasten onto, now here's the tricky part because I'm right-handed, but I need to pull from the left. And of course, man, come on, finger. There we go. And I pull it through. So there's a loop that's holding the bead onto the warp thread. And then what I'm going to do is bring it back through the row above. And again, I have to be careful because I don't want to jam my finger. And that way, there will be a loop on my left-hand side to keep the beads in place. And I'm going to do it one more time because I want to make sure the beads stay in place. So again, Coming back to the row I just added. Come on, come on. There we go. And yeah, they might move up and down a little bit, but they won't come off. Boom. And there you go. And I'm going to keep going like this. I'm going to do a couple more rows. Trying to figure out what we're going to chat about tonight, because there's a bit going on. There's still the ongoing saga uh, of the Bishop of Bling and Larry Reid and Tasha K and all that foolishness. Hot topics still. Y'all go ahead and follow it. All you gotta do is search Bishop Whitehead, and the rest, the rabbit hole will open, as they say. Also, there's this balloon that's floating over the United States, or was floating over the United States. Apparently, they think it's a spy balloon from China. And originally, to his credit, President Biden wanted to shoot it down right away, and they had to talk him out of it because they didn't know what was inside the balloon, and they didn't want to shoot it down over any area that might be populated, as they weren't sure what was inside the balloon, and they're not sure what that equipment was that was hanging off the balloon. I heard about an hour ago that it was actually shot down. 246. Oh, come back here. It was shot down, I think, over the Atlantic Ocean. I'm not sure if it was near Virginia or Maryland. Well, no, it's the Atlantic Ocean, so it's got to be like Virginia. So everyone's trying to figure out what it was, and I guess we will find out eventually, because the military has probably snatched that thing up. 2, 4, 6, 8, and I just need one more of the blue. And just like we did last time, I'm going to put it, I'm going to line these up. Come on, line up. Once you get the first few rows of this, it's not that hard. It's just, you just have to be careful not to jab yourself with the needle or get the thread or the fire line. Whoops. Hooked onto something else. Darn it. Okay, it's all right. I'm gonna line them up again. This is going to be a bracelet. And I still plan to put the there we go. Perfect. I still plan to embellish it with the earring that I recovered or was left. My mother cleaned out she's been cleaning out her stuff for a while. And let's see, this is the part I don't like. I have to keep switching hands. I know there's an easier way to do this, and I can't remember what it was, but it's okay. Sometimes doing things the long way forces you to slow down, forces you to think, forces you to concentrate. Whoops. And it can be quite meditative. If I weren't talking to you guys tonight, I would probably just have some music and just do my thing. Of course, I did this wrong. So again, the put the needle towards the top of the bead so that I can get a hook or a loop onto what I just laid out. I'm going to slip my other finger under here because I want to connect it to the line above. And the color challenge, of course, is always available. If there's a particular color that is your favorite and you would like me to create something in that color, let me know. You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Facebook. And obviously here on YouTube as well. You can leave a comment below and I will see what I can do. Okay, perfect. So as you can see now, it's nice and steady. So I can just put one more run through just to secure what I did. Oops. No. Go through the bead. Yeah, I know it's hard to see, but basically this is how it goes. And then I'm going to run one more through here just to make sure everything's nice and secure. And now I can even like move the warp threads a little bit just to help now that I have the beads fairly secure. And voila. So basically I'm just going to keep going with this. What I plan to do, because I didn't start at the very top of the warp threads, so what I think I'm going to end up doing, I'm going to keep going because I'm already going downward. So I'm going to go downward until about, I know it's hard to see, till about maybe here. I don't want to do it all the way to the end. I want to try and get it to about here because what's going to happen next, I have to take it off the loom, secure it, and then put the clamp on. There's a clamp that you use. I didn't take them out. I have to take them out so I can show you guys. And there's a way to clamp the threads so that they hold, and then you put the bracelet clasp on the clamp. So okay, so we're gonna do another row. So yeah, so they shot down the balloon. I don't want to talk about that poor gentleman. Can't think of his last name. His first name was Tyree. That was killed by those police officers. That's a whole other mess. I did not watch the video. I heard about it. I did see some of the overhead video that came from the camera that was across on the building across the street, and it's just so sad, so sad. And that's going to be that's going to be talked about for a while. 2, 4, 6, 8. Let me do 8 and then 1, 9. So that's a whole other tragedy. Ugh. I don't know. I mean, talk about killing each other. And yeah, there is a rumor going around about one of the police officers actually knew him, was angry with him for something. It's a rumor, folks. It has not been confirmed. Who knows? I mean, my thing is stranger things have happened. It could very well be. It really did not make sense. Why you go? It. I mean, it's one thing to rough them up and throw them in jail for a traffic stop, which that in itself would make no sense. But I mean, they just beat this poor guy. Whoops, this needs to go under. They beat the living crap out of this guy. And oh no, I was right. It was under. Oops. I'm glad I caught that. Um, oh, it's just a mess all the way around. Um, okay, so here we go again. I'm just gonna run the needle over the warp threads near at the top of the bead. There we go. And oops, draw that through, and then switch hands, and then go through the row above to secure it. Now, if I really wanted to make this super strong, I would have gone even to the other the other row above that as well, but I'm not going to go that far. And run these through the top again to secure, and boom. Okay, so now it's coming along. It's coming along very nicely, and you guys are watching Bead and Chat. I am your hostess, hopefully with the mostest, Shy Rosalind. I am the owner of Pond's Edge Designs, and you can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Facebook, and of course, if you have a particular color that is your favorite, I have done yellow and green. I've done magenta, which is the 2023 Pantone color of the year. I have done blue a couple of times actually, and I have done purple. So those seems to be the most popular colors. So if there's a color combination that you're thinking of, that would be a nice change to the challenge. And you guys can let me know, and I'll see what I can do. And this is what the bracelet will be embellished with. I'm probably going to put this in the middle. It is an old earring. I'm probably going to, cement the back of the earring. I'm going to cement this shut. As you can see, it's a clip-on earring, but I'm going to cement this so this doesn't move anymore, and then attach it to the bracelet. So that's the plan. But that's going to be a while before I get to that. Oh, also, I have I ordered a curated bead box from the Whole Bead Show. Ava Motherwell, she was at the Tucson shows this past week. One day I have to go. That is my holy grail. 'Tis the holy grail of beading, is the Tucson show. So she went. Of course, she's a dealer there, of course. And she offered curated bead boxes in certain color themes, and I ordered it around Christmas time as a treat for myself. And they should be shipping out next week, I think she said. I have forgotten which one I ordered. She had 7 different color combinations available. I forgot which one I ordered, so I am eagerly awaiting the box. So that will be a show. I will do the unboxing. I can't wait. I'm sure it's going to be fun. And that's going to be a fun episode because, like I said, I don't remember what I ordered. So, when it gets here, that's going to be a blast. And I will do my best not to open it until I do the Bead and Chat episode. So, I will let you all know when it gets here. Let's see what else is going on these YouTube streets. So I have been tooling around on these YouTube streets, and I came up with my next show, the Eclectic Experience show. I saw, and I don't want to say too much because it will be airing hopefully tomorrow night, depending how tonight goes, with mom. But I am 2, 4, 6. I'm doing a show, and the thumbnail is up on. I said women versus men, but it's really more of a discussion or a discussion, I guess, on the change in dating. Um, a lot has changed since I last dated. Um, and I had mentioned, I had put a comment on one of DL Saint's shows, and you need to follow him, guys. He is the safest red pill host on YouTube. And I say safe in that he's respectful. Um, he is open-minded, and even though he is he's red pill, but he's not that stereotypical red pill guy. Like he doesn't hate women, and he's definitely not the stereotype. And his show is one of the few when he discusses red pill content that I can actually sit through and not feel sick to the stomach. Um, so he did a reaction to Fresh and Fit, and they had this gentleman on named Charleston White. I think his name is Charleston White, yeah. And he was talking about back in the day and what women had to do and why women stayed in bad marriages and this, that, and the other. Now, Charleston Whitehead and I are in the same age range. I was born at the very end of the boomer generation. So I am a boomer, proud boomer. And I was born at the tail end of that generation. And so most of my growing up was, most of my young adulthood was 80s, 90s. And so dating was different then. And he said some things that like triggered the hell out of me. And I don't want to say triggered really because it didn't upset me that much, but it made me sit up and go, excuse you. So that's what my show tomorrow night is about, is basically it's a reaction. But of course I'm not going to use any clips because I have no relationship with these Fresh and Fit people, and I really don't feel like getting a copyright strike. And I don't feel like approaching them because one of the hosts is just so obnoxious. So I'm going to use my skills to talk about what they talked about without having to show any clips. I try not to show clips if I can help it. I just don't feel like I just don't feel like dealing with the whole, you know, groveling and asking permission and all that, especially some of these content creators. They are copyright strike happy. So I'm not in the mood for that. So I have found another way to talk about it without having to show it. So that's what I'm going to do tomorrow night. As long as things work out tonight and I'm able to get some sleep, then yeah, I'm going to go for it. Let's see, we're at 2, 4. This is going to be 6. So stay tuned for that. I have the program set for I think it was either 9:30 or 9:45, but I am going to, like tonight, I'm going to try and do it earlier. That way I'm not tired and I'm not going to be rushing to get through the show before I fall asleep. So, okay, 8 and this one is 9. Come on. So that's tomorrow night. So I'm hoping you guys can join me. Can stop in. Just hit that notification bell. Because like I said, I have it set for I think either 9:30 or 9:45, but I am going to try and do it earlier in the day. It might be another one of those Sunday afternoon things like I did last last time for the street guide. Might end up doing that. So if that is the case, just make sure you have that notification bell hit so you don't miss it. There we go. So this is basically how I do it. Now that I've got it going, it's easy to get the beads threaded. Just switch hands. And then that. And I'm going to go to the row above to secure it. And then back down again. So this is how it's going to be. Oh, 30 minutes. Wow, 30 minutes already? Let's see, was there anything else I wanted to talk about? Um, well, I have another idea for another show. And I don't want to say too much about that. Let's just say we might be going back to church. That'll be the hint. Ooh, come on. There we go. So I'll just leave it at that. And I'm probably gonna do one more row before I call it a night. Let's see, do I have enough? Oh, I think I have enough fire line. I'll do one more row. Let's see. What else? I'm trying to think. Oh, did anybody watch the Real Housewives of Potomac the other day? About that Mexico trip? That was weird. Very weird. And I think Robin and Juan supposedly got married, I think, finally. She was trying on dresses in a clip that I saw in one episode. I don't know if she bought any of them. I have to play catch up. I have to catch up on that because I missed that episode. I just saw the 2, 4, 6. I just saw the Mexico trip with Ashley instigating trouble. But I didn't see the other one yet. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and one more. Yay! Okay, so let us line these up. I think it's pretty funny. I watch it cause for a laugh, cause there's no way these folks could really be like this in real life. No way. Um, so I do like the house. I used to really like the Housewives of Atlanta, but since since Nene and oh Nene and Cynthia, Nene and Cynthia left, it's like wasn't doing anything for me. But I do like the Housewives of Potomac, especially I do like Karen. Karen's funny. The Grand Dame. Sheesh. Yeah, okay, girl. Go ahead. You in your what, 50s? But hey, do you. She looks good, I must say. Okay, so I had just enough to finish this row. What I'm going to do to secure it, I'm basically gonna tie it off. Where Okay, so I decided to leave the needle. So I'm gonna leave the needle here so I can see it. I'm going to just put this between the warp threads and make a knot. And then when I come back to this, and that looks funny. I'm gonna do it one more time. Come on. And I'm not gonna cut the like I tied this one off I'm not going to cut these off until I'm almost finished because I want to make sure everything is secure before I completely cut them and trim them. Yeah, that's a good idea. Go through, go, come on, go through. Come on, come on. I just want to make a knot. I just want to make a knot, yo. Come on. I just want to make a knot. And okay. Come on. What is wrong with you? Okay, there we go. And perfecto. Ta-da! Struggle beading no more, y'all. It's coming along. I'm going to take a picture and put it in my community tab so you guys can see close up how the stitches look. And I'm going to do a short as well and post that so you guys can see the progress. I'm going to keep working on this. Obviously, it's taking up most of my workspace, so I will try to finish this before I move on to my next project. I do want to do the spiral stitch again. I am in love with that stitch. So I'm going to do the spiral stitch one more time in a different color scheme, but I wanted to let you guys see that I struggle bead no more. So hopefully you guys can join me tomorrow. Please hit the notification bell. Please like and subscribe. Likes are always free and always welcome. Subscribers are always welcome and appreciated. If you are so inclined, any of the just about all of the projects created on Bead and Chat are available in my shop, ponzedgedesigns.net. The address is below my name, and it's also running along the ticker. I do have a Cash App. It's Rosalind Jedi if you are so inclined, but it is not required. And hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your evening. If you are up here in New York in the Northeast, stay warm, y'all, because it's still cold outside. It is not fun. It be cold. And I will catch you guys on the next one. So have a wonderful night, everybody.